sure that we must be picking up a bit of wind noise now, but I do apologise if that's the case. Okay, so I'm going to find somewhere to turn around or pull in a minute, and we'll just have a quick chat, and then I'm going to end this video because I'm sure you don't want to see me ride all the way home. I've got to be honest, it's been a I've enjoyed this. It's been great, but I can feel the temperature now going down, and me being a total buzz are thinking, you know what, it's time to go back. It really could be at that time. If I remember correctly, somewhere down there there's a little sort of laney thing. It's been a while since I've been this side. I normally go the other way, but yeah. Oh, there again, I could be totally wrong, and it ain't there. Have a bed for the night if you like, look. Well, mate, to keep warm, I suppose. Plenty of wind power these days in there. Look at that lot there. You know, wherever you go, they're around. Voodoo! I don't know what that's all about. I really don't. You know what, mate, if you're going to overtake me, but don't sit on my backside. There you go. Mr. BMW. What can I say? Right, so we're going to get to this island and we're going to come back. Well, at least we're riding into the sun. Bit of warmth, eh? Okay. Oh, dearie me. Didn't see the revs then. Sorry about that, Mr. Royal Enfield. we will keep the revs down. You know, like I said, and I know I keep saying it, but you know, I'm so glad we're not going to ride this bike to its full potential. And once it's done its 500 and it's had its service, I'm going to change the air filter. I'm going to put a high flow washable air filter in, and I'm going to change the plug to an Iridium Spark. And when I change the air filter, the intake thing that they've got on it, which really restricts it, I'm going to change that to just a straight through open bit. Yeah, so it all makes a big difference, you know. I mean, it's not for the power. It's the power has basically got nothing to do with it. What it will give it, it lets the engine breathe. It just makes its life easier, you know. It really does. So yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy the way that it rides now, you know, but you can definitely feel it. There's a couple of guys that I know who've had Royal Enfields, not the Himalayans. They've had the 650s, you know, and they say once you get past this running in period, you know, these engines really free up, and that's good, you know. That's great. I swear this is the same guy that we had coming here that's now coming back. Fair play to him, eh? And there's the guy on the bike. I bet he's warmer than I am though, because he's pedalling up the hill. So, you know, fair play to him. Once these engines are smooth. They're, you know, they are a smooth engine. I was seriously thinking about sticking on some heated grips. Oh, got to be careful. Actually, I could have pulled in there, but never mind. I was thinking, because the last few bikes of mine I've had on heated grips, and I thought, shall I put them on? And then I thought to myself, you know what, I'm not a winter rider. I mean, I'm really not. I really, you know, this today has been nice, you know. It's been nice to get out on the bike, but normally I wouldn't do this, really. I don't like having loads of gear on. I really don't. You know, I really am a summer, not summer, but you know what I mean, a warm weather rider. So I thought, well, hang on a minute, you know, if you splash out and you're going to buy some heated grips, I don't know how much they are these days, they're going to be knocking on 100 quid, I suppose. And I thought, you know, that's for when am I going to use them? I've got to be honest, if I had them on this bike now, they would be switched on. There's no two ways about that. But I haven't, so they're not. So the ends of my fingers are getting a slight bit chilly, to say the least. But yeah, I can live with that. So bear in mind, see now this side road here, you're okay with that one, solid line, so nothing can come through. Bit of glare there off the old sun, but you know what, I can live with that. I'd rather have glare than no sun. I really would. Okay. There's nothing like, hey, let's stand and have a chat. Okay, we're on green, let's go. Choppy choppy. Come on, my darling. Yes, okay, we've said our goodbyes, so, oh, nice one. No indication, not too sure where you're going now. Okay. Hi, guys. Like I said, a few bikes out. Right, we're going to find somewhere in a minute. There's got to be a lay-by, there's a car park there, but hey, didn't go that way. That's a bit Bobby dazzling in the eyes, eh? I have got this helmet's got a sun visor on it, but I don't know. Might stick it down in a minute. Still well impressed with these mirrors, eh? I really am. So glad I put the extenders on. Makes all the difference. Lovely to see the people behind. They're happy, smiling faces. Oop. I gotta be honest, my little fingers now, eh? They are getting a wee bit chilly. But what's the time? Well, I mean, you know, coming on 4 o'clock. So I suppose it's entitled now that the temperature is gonna drop down. It's as simple as that. Especially when you lose the sun, like now, for instance. But we're heading back and we're not too far out. And you know, this is going to put on what, 50, probably 80 kilometres. You know, by the time that we get back, so that'll do for me. love it when we have a few little bike shows round here. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, they're not huge by any means. They sort of started back last year after COVID, really, because, you know, COVID gave everything a battering, didn't it? You know, there's no two ways about that. And so these little bike shows, when I say bike shows, they're like a motorbike jumble thing, you know. A lot of old bikes. I love looking at the old bikes. I mean, I really do. I got to hand it to the French. They some of the old Jap bikes and the old British bikes, they absolutely do them up and restore them, and they are in mint condition. I mean, they really are, you know, and fair play to them. You know, they absolutely look after them gorgeous. And I love walking around these things, and you know, it's just nice, you know. And you know, you get all the bits and pieces for sale, and second-hand stuff, and second-hand tools, and you know, new as well, but bit of a jumble. Yeah, that's great. And then they do a thing. I'm just trying to think when it is now. I think it's May time. They call it Rock and Wheels. I mean, it's not bike. It's not specifically aimed at bikers on the whole. What it is aimed at is what it says: rock and wheels, rock and roll, and wheels. It doesn't matter what wheels you got. You know, 2 wheels, 4 wheels, 3 wheels. Old car. They do some of the old American cars that people restore here. Absolutely fantastic. I love going to the show. You get some local bands come on, you know, and you know what, they're really good. You know, the old 50s and 60s rock and roll music, you know, they all dress up, they look the part. I mean, it's a cracking time, you know, it really is. A few stalls selling bits of memorabilia and all that. It's just a good night, you know. And yeah, I'm sure that's about May time. And it's nice, you know, I take the kids, and it's good. Yeah. Oh look, it's Mr. Man behind me again. G'day sir, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Have a good time. I love it. Hey, brothers in arms, let's salute each other. You know, bikers are bikers, aren't they? It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter if you're young, old. It's a passion. It's what you like doing. It's what you enjoy doing, you know. And that's it. Anyway, we're back here again. As you can see, a few more people now, and rightly so. And very carefully watching the speed limit here, because you know, this, like I said on the way through before, in the summer this gets absolutely ram-packed. It really does. And you know, you've got to be so careful, because there's little children all over the place, you know, all excited going to the seaside. That's what it's all about. But some people, they really don't take the care that's needed, you know. This is a family situation. That's what people come here for, to enjoy themselves. Anyway, who am I to say what people should do? Now this is a good hill. Look at this. We're not even doing 3,000. Well, we're just doing 3,000. It's pulling up here. I don't get this bit where they say, oh, it doesn't go up the hill, because you know what? I'm going up the hill, and I'm not moaning about the speed. So I don't know where you're coming from, to be honest with you. I really don't. God, that sun's a bit naughty. Nice. I mean, it is nice. We'll squeeze up the side. Yeah, get around there. Sorted. Okay, I'm going to shoot around here. You can see how the sun's getting low down there, yeah. I think it gets dark here at well, I don't know, about 7ish, about between 6:30 and 7. I mean, it's been cloudy for weeks, so obviously the cloud doesn't help. So, you know, tonight it'll probably stay, hopefully, light till at least 7 o'clock, possibly a bit longer. You know, I love it when the light nights come back. Absolutely love it. You know, in the height of the summer here, it's light till 11:45, you know, of a night. It's crazy. Get outside, get the barbecues going. Oh, love it. Fantastic. I should have been Australian. I should have been born in Australia. I should have moved to Australia. I remember when I was a kid back in the UK, back in the 60s, 70s, you could go to Australia. I think the price was something daft, like I think it was 25 quid. 25 quid, because the Australian government was trying to get people over there, you know. And I remember I had a good friend. His name was Terence Pryke. We was only, what, I don't know, 13 at the time, I suppose. And his dad used to ride in the Isle of Man TT, all paid for by himself, you know. And they were a lovely family, and me and Terence were good mates, you know. Yeah, so they went on this 25 quid ticket, and he said to me, we'll keep in touch. But you know, we never did. We never did. All those years have gone by now, and I often wondered, you know, our lives were the same at one time, but they'd be so different now. And you think in this day of modern technology, you know, with all the like Facebook and WhatsApp and I don't know, there's so many of them. I've sort of searched, you know, Terence Pryke, Australia. This looks like it could be interesting. Never mind, someone, I don't know. Whoops, a daisy. Yeah, I mean, it would be so nice to sort of find him. But I've never been able to find him. But yeah, anyway, so that was getting on to Australia, all for the sake, I said, a barbecue. Isn't it nice to reminisce? It's strange really, because you know, I've been riding a motorbike for a long time. I started off riding a motorbike when I was 7 years old, believe it or not, in a field. My uncle used to own a motorcycle repair garage down in Cornwall, called it was called W.A. Allen and Son, in a place called Roach in Cornwall. And the son, who was the same, well, he was a little bit older than me, we used to ride BSA Bantams in the field. And now that was 7 years old. I mean, you know, and I've never really stopped, but legally, I suppose, you know, in the UK, when you could ride a 125, that's no, sorry, what am I on about? You could ride a 250, and then you passed your test, and the sky was the limit. You could have whatever you want. And I often think back to in those days. Just keep me eye on the ref counter. There's me waffling on. I hope I'm not boring you. If I am, I do apologise. You can always switch off, of course. I'd rather you don't, but you could anyway. So yeah, you know, in those days, in my youth, when a motorbike was my only form of transport, the old wet weather gear in them days, well, the gear full stop. I mean, it wasn't anything like it is today. You know, I think the best you could hope for, if I remember rightly, was a Belstaff wax jacket, and they were pretty rough. They didn't really stop the rain, not really, and they wasn't warm. They sounded good, you know. Yeah, look at me, hey, I got a Belstaff. And I'm not knocking Belstaff, but you know, compared to today's stuff, you know, technology moves on, doesn't it? That's what it's all about, you know, that's what it does. So compared to today's stuff, you know, you used to get to work, you used to be soaking wet, freezing cold and soaking wet. God, I used to hate the winters. I think that's why I hate the winters. I do, honestly. You know, I think it was my trips to work on a bike. And you'd work all day, wet, because I was a builder, you know, so you'd sort of get there, wet. You work all day in the wet, and then you come home and you get even wetter, if that was possible. But yeah, whereas today, I mean, you know, I've got to be honest, the equipment that you can buy these days, I mean, I know it's expensive. There's no two ways about it, you know. It is expensive. You know, but you can keep warm and you can keep dry. When I used to, a few years ago, I used to tour an awful lot. I had a BMW 1150 RT, and I used to tour, and it was great. And I used to go out in, you know, in all weathers, and you know, used to get. So I had some really expensive kit in them days. But well, one, I don't tour so much now. Although I am going to get back in not so much long touring, but you know, just out and about and a bit of camping, few days here, few days there, because you know, I got a family and you know, they're entitled just as much as I am. Anyway, so you know, and I hate having all this gear on. You know, even today, you know, I've got this big coat on, which you know, which is great. It's warm, but it's big and it weighs a ton. I put it on, I can hardly move. Exaggeration, okay. But you know, I much prefer when you know, the summer comes and I've got my little summer jacket, and I got to be honest, I ride in jeans. I've got leathers, I got padded trousers and God knows what else, but I don't like riding in them because you know, you feel like the bloody Michelin man. You know, you can hardly move. And you know, like my boots that I got on now, I mean, they're cracking boots, they really are, you know. But I like the summer boots, the shorties, but that's just me, you know. I'd look a right plonker coming out dressed like that today. Well, no, I might not look a plonker, but man, I'd certainly freeze to death. Okay, so what have we done there? 235 kilometres. Will you take a look at that, eh? This bike, there's no stopping us now, is there? But we are heading back home now because I am cold. I'm not freezing cold, I'm not dithering. But I've enjoyed this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. I mean, when this weather gets better and we start to get, you know, the continuous warmer weather, there's some nice ride outs to go where we won't do the full ride, but we'll leave the house, we'll arrive there, we'll have a look at what it is we're going to look at, because there are some interesting bits and pieces. Whereas today it's just been a ride with me, totally waffling away as usual. It's good to talk. I always remember the advert when I lived in the UK back in the 80s. British Telecom, BT, their like slogan, it's good to talk. And yeah, it is. It's a pity that the world doesn't do more talking. Too much these days, especially by our younger people. It's all tap 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 tap. You know, on social media, message this and message that. My kids, I'm always moaning at them. You know, get off your phones, get out there and enjoy yourself. You know, get on your push bikes, scooter, whatever, go out. I don't know. All I get is, oh, it's cold, Dad, it's cold. Well, there's me, I can go outside. Oh, watch the ribs, watch the ribs. I gotta be careful here. Right, well, we're not far off home now. I really hope that you have enjoyed today as much as I have. You're never going to enjoy it as much as I have because you're just listening to me going on, but you know what I mean. It saves being in the garage, doesn't it? I'm just trying to see, yeah. There's me too busy looking at the clocks and forgot there was a do you know what, some of the when you've had as much rain around here as we have, and you eat these verges, you go into this grass verge here, and believe you me, you will sink. There's no two ways about it. And it's actually worse in the car, you know, because these roads are, you know, they're not very wide, and so, you know, you get a decent sized van coming the other way and you're in the car, so you pull over, you know, to go past each other, and if you get your two wheels down there, believe you me, it rips the steering wheel and you shoot off to the right. It's a horrible sensation, so not a good idea to do it on a bike either. Right, I can quite happily say now that I'm cold, you know, that's it. It's gotten past that, yeah, it's too late. It's got to the stage now is I'm cold. It's as simple as that. Yeah, so there. I'm officially cold. There's no arguing about it. I officially need some coffee. That's what I need. And if I've got my phone connected to my headset, which I haven't yet done, because I changed phones, and you know, you got a pain in the backside in it. You know, whenever you change your phone, not only do you have to download everything, sign into everything, but you got to reconnect your Bluetooth through everything that you own for it to work again. So when I came out today, I realised that I hadn't paired it to my whatever it is, cardio, I don't know, you know, the thing that sticks on your helmet. You can do everything with it, the voice control, you know, phone this, phone that, play music, do this, the maps talk you through it. It's a good bit of kit, eh? And we're back to this island, look, with the actual you will stop sign, because if you don't, and the gendarmes are there, believe you me, they will do you. It's as simple as that. Okay. Right, so yeah, so I haven't paired it, so I thought, well, there's no point really putting it on, is there? So I'll just, you know, I'll bring the phone just in case. You never know. Always good to carry your phone in case you break down, or you want to phone the wife right now and say, stick the coffee machine on, so I can thaw it out. But hey ho. Okay, so I don't know how long I've been out. It's got to be well over an hour in it, I would say. You'll probably know if you've stayed the whole time of this, thinking, is he ever going to get back home? Well, yeah, we're nearly there. But the point being is, it's a very, you know, it's a comfortable bike. It really is comfortable. I'll be a bit the body temperature's not comfortable. Oh, hello, good morning. You give it some pedal power. But yeah, you know, it's cool. You hear people say that it's a funny shaped seat and you slide forward. Well, that may be the case. I can only think that I'm wide enough to stop sliding forward. I must fill up the gap, which is fine. That suits me fine. I'm comfortable, yeah. And as long as you're comfortable, that is the main thing. So we are nearly home. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really do. It's been great to get out. It's been great to chat. Probably it would be nice to think that we could get out again. I mean, I'm not going to do a running commentary every time I take this bike out, but you know, unless we can go somewhere nice and interesting and it's worth seeing. So yeah, but all in all, I've got a few more things. I've got a few things that I've got to wire up now. I've got some auxiliary lights. I've got some USB ports, obviously for this camera here, and for the phone. I've got to wire the sat nav up. I'm going to put a USB port on the back as well, so I can charge things up on the back. So yeah, but that's a tank off job. Well, I think I've said that before anyway. Okay, so I'm virtually home. Well, in fact, I am home. It's great to have you on board. It's great to have you along. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.